Phoenix, Arizona. When a convict escapes from jail and steals a truck with his buddy, police want to see one thing: him back behind bars. Gung-ho State Trooper Tim Mason joins the chase. It's his job to drive up ahead of the suspect and puncture the truck's tires with a device called a stop stick. But the officer has his hands full, because he also has a camera crew along for the ride.
Advise them that I have a camera crew.
The suspect is considered highly dangerous and must be stopped at any cost.
We knew that he was not going to come quietly. He wasn't just going to pull over.
Finally, ahead of the chase, Tim prepares to throw out the stop stick. A sheath of thin plastic filled with metal shards designed to puncture tires. The stop stick hits the one tire that's already flat. But Tim is undaunted.
773, cleared the spikes.
The officer races ahead of the suspect, itching to take another shot. He waits to the last second to make his move.
Yeah!
Tim thinks he's hit the jackpot.
773, all his tires are out.
But he's getting ahead of himself. There are still 2 tires left. The next time, he gives himself more room to maneuver.
773, I've got him at Maryland. I'll go ahead and do it. I got a camera crew, fellas. Have you guys get the hell back. Have them get back so I don't...
Tim looks for the best angle to strike. He just misses either remaining tire, but the officer simply will not give up.
And the adrenaline basically takes over and you just go out and get the job done.
On his next try, his persistence pays off. And a mere 60 seconds later, it pays off once more.
All tires are flat, not cleared the sticks.
On 4 bare rims, the suspect can't speed anymore. But he's not done breaking the law. Tim is mortified as the driver shoots heroin into his veins.
He's injecting drugs into his wrist. When I saw him injecting drugs into his arm, I knew that he was reached the point of all desperation.
With nothing to lose, the drugged-up suspect makes his most desperate move yet.
He's getting on the freeway the wrong way.
As the pursuit moves up the exit ramp, Tim is filled with dread.
I think that day I got a feeling that I have never had as a police officer before, and that was fear for the people around me.
The oncoming traffic swerves aside as the suspect barrels toward them. Tim is anxious to end this before something awful happens.
773, can I box him into the wall?
Permission to act is slow in coming, so Tim decides to take the bull by the horns. He rams the truck and keeps the pedal to the metal. It's a move worth a second look. Tim uses his patrol car like a bulldozer. He plows the suspect right off the freeway and out of commission.
He knew that this time we were not going to walk away from him. He was not going to get away. 7-3, vehicle stop! Get your hands up! Stop.
The stunned suspect and his partner are surrounded by officers and canine units. Within moments, they're pulled from the truck and taken into custody. Inside the cab, the officers find an array of needles and drug paraphernalia. This guy's been busy since the jailbreak. Meanwhile, Tim winds down from his harrowing encounter and receives accolades from his fellow officers.
Thank you for helping me with this, my brother.
This carjacking junkie thought he could get away while getting a fix. But Trooper Tim Mason was riding a high of his own.
Yeah!
And taking down bad guys is how he feeds his adrenaline addiction.
This pursuit, compared to any other pursuit that I've ever been in, was by far the most dramatic and most adrenaline rushing pursuit. By far. There's absolutely no comparison.